Welcome to HANSON Island, a remote place on the west coast of Canada, about 10 kilometers long and 2 kilometers wide. This island belongs to two groups, the First Nations and the orca. For most of my life, I've had the great good fortune of living here in this incredible environment and studying this incredible creature, and it's given me a sense of peace in the world. I want everybody to have that same experience. My name is Paul Spong, and 47 years ago I was a young scientist at the University of British Columbia, and part of my job was to study an orca in captivity at the Vancouver Aquarium. I came to understand that orcas are acoustic creatures because they're using sound to locate their prey. They get what they need to live from sound. They should not be penned up in concrete tanks that deprive them of the sound of the ocean that they were born into. Ultimately, that knowledge led me to search for a place in the wild where I could study orcas, totally without interfering with them. And that search led me to HANSON Island, where I set up Orca Lab. We built a network of half a dozen hydrophones that cover 50 square kilometers of the surrounding area. And they give us live audio so we can track their movements, often 24 hours a day. 61 and 60 are right there. Yeah. For me, one of the greatest experiences here is putting on a pair of earphones and just listening. And then we have speakers in the forest, near the tents, near the outhouse, near the camp kitchen, all of the spaces around here. One of the things you can't help noticing and feeling is the sudden intrusion of a boat, of a vessel, of a propeller. It's jarring. Here at Orca Lab, we listen to untold quantities of boat noise. It's really annoying. We can always walk away from it, but whales can't. It disrupts their communication. It disrupts their ability to hunt.
I've had quite a few breaches as well.
I think from a point of view of the welfare of the whales, something that has to be dealt with. What I want to do is develop the ability for people to get to feel empathy for the creature. Since 2000, we've streamed live audio so that anybody with computer access to the internet can listen to exactly what we listen to in our lab.
Oh, look, it's right up at the...
What we're trying to do is give people a taste of what it is to be an orca in this magnificent environment. In doing that, they will come to care and want to protect nature. I believe that if I can share what I have experienced, the world could know peace.
These organisms are beautiful and iconic. There's certain types that are present nowhere else on Earth, so it's very important to study them. My name is Drew Laura, and I'm the principal investigator on Science Under the Ice. Science Under the Ice is what we've been calling our project, where we've been studying the resilience of organisms, the seafloor organisms, to climate-related changes. And we do science under the ice, literally, by scuba diving under frozen ocean in Antarctica. The most recent trip was to Explorers Cove, a new harbor, which is in the Ross Sea, Antarctica. Our team was 9 scientists and technicians, and of those, 7 of them were scientific divers that dived underneath the ice. We are about to commence our dive operations for the morning/afternoon. On this trip, we went diving underneath the ice to deploy a large-scale experiment involving incubation chambers that we deployed to the seafloor. We also surveyed the fauna using standard survey techniques, and we collected organisms for isotopic analysis so we can reconstruct food webs and how they've changed since our previous trips. The water is -2 degrees Celsius. It's very, very cold. And we have to dive through 10 feet of sea ice in order to access our study sites. Diving under the ice is quite surreal. It's like diving in twilight because the light is dim. It's almost, in some ways, like diving in outer space because of the vistas that you get towards the underside of the ice with the light coming through. And the clarity of the water is unbelievable. It's almost like you're floating in air rather than floating in water. I think documenting what is down there now and how it's changing over time is really important. This year, all of us were struck by just how quickly things can change, and it shows just how there is essentially climate models that are predicting changes in sea ice conditions. Science under the ice is pretty extreme.
It's hard to keep the heat up in the huts because the Sigma stoves are not working that well.
That being said, the divers love diving under the ice because of the beauty and the unique experience that it provides.
Manta rays are very large. They're one of the largest animals in the ocean. Certainly they're the largest of any of the ray species. They can get up to about 25 feet across. When they come towards you and they're that size, they look like an alien spacecraft as they go overhead. They actually blight out the sun. It's just so incredible to be that close to such a large animal, especially one that you don't have to fear. My name's Andrea Marshall. I'm a manta ray researcher and a marine biologist. I've been in love with the ocean all of my life. Ever since I could remember, I wanted to be a marine biologist. When I moved out to Africa with the intention of studying things like great white sharks, I actually shifted my focus over to manta rays when I realized that no one had ever done a study on manta rays before. One of the things that makes manta rays so special is that they're large, and sometimes people feel frightened by them just because of their sheer size, but actually they're one of the most gentle animals in the entire ocean. Manta rays are a very intelligent animal. They actually have the largest brain of any marine fish. But one of the things that surprises me the most is just the fact that they seek out encounters with humans. So this isn't an animal that swims away from you. This is an animal that swims to you. They recognize you almost as a friend. Southern Mozambique is just an incredible location. I've lived here for the last 15 years, and even though I travel all over the world to do my work, I enjoy coming back here because this is such a wild place. It's so exciting. One of the reasons I began work on mantas is because I knew that these animals were under threat. Recently, within the last 15 to 20 years, they have started to be fished for Asian tonics. And as a result of this, we've seen manta populations crashing across the globe. Even here in Mozambique, where we don't even have a very aggressive fishery, we've seen the population collapse by up to about 98% over the last 15 years. We're starting to lose them faster than we can study them. So it's really important for me to get these messages across to people who don't have the opportunity to peek down into the underwater world.
These are sea turtle eggs. And there are two ways this situation can play out. There's either or there's. So how can we make sure this doesn't end up like this? Well, take a look again. These aren't your ordinary sea turtle eggs. These eggs could one day take down an entire poaching network. The story of these eggs starts in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Kim Williams-Guillen, and I am a conservation ecologist.
Kim does research on a wide variety of animals, but we're here to talk about endangered and threatened sea turtles.
With sea turtles in Central America, there's an issue of poaching of the nests for consumption of the eggs.
And so, her team has developed a unique solution to gather more information about the poaching trade: fake eggs with GPS trackers.
We can hide these fake turtle eggs in sea turtle nests. Our hope is that these eggs will get poached along with the others and transmit information on their locations. Where is it that they go after they're taken from the beach?
But for this to work, the fake eggs have to be convincing.
They have to have the right feel, because sea turtle eggs are kind of a little soft and squishy. They're not like chicken eggs. We've been using a 3D printer and a kind of flexible plastic, but they still don't look quite right.
And this is when our story moves to Los Angeles.
Hello, I'm Lauren.
And Lauren works in Hollywood.
My day-to-day job is I work on set as a makeup artist, which could be beauty makeup, prosthetics, creature design, wigs, blood.
So it made sense for Lauren to help Kim make fake eggs.
We needed these eggs to look realistic, to feel realistic, and so that's kind of where I've come in. It was like the best way that I could use my skills making prosthetics, but to actually like help a whole species of turtles, it's a dream job.
After months of revisions, it's time to put these eggs to the test in Costa Rica.
Hi again.
You remember Kim. She's here to deploy the eggs herself on a protected conservation area.
This is a place that's very special because it's a very important nesting site. Tonight, a sea turtle will come and I can test out putting the false sea turtle eggs in the nest.
Not only will this project provide Kim's team with valuable information on poaching, she and Lauren hope it will inspire others as well.
Wildlife poaching can be abstract or too depressing to even think about. Something about this project kind of captures people's attention. Here's this very simple, unique solution that I think then serves as a jumping off point for people's imaginations to learn more about this trade.
All of us working on this project are just doing it in our weird little nooks and wherever we can. And it just goes to show there's so many little ways that everyone can help. You don't have to be making fake turtle eggs to make a difference. You can make a difference in your own way.